Alright, hello gamers, good morning. Welcome back to the show. I'm your charming self-proclaimed yet still humble host, Mukluk, and we are back in the wonderful world of Guild Wars 2. Which is Tyria, by the way. Did you know that? Hello there. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Doing redeems already? Give it a minute. I just got here. Is anyone else unable to log into Guild Wars right now? I just logged in, so I don't think the login server is down or anything like that. What map is this? This is Mistlock Sanctuary. It's one of the VIP passkey places. One of my favorite towns, because it's got everything you need in a pretty small space. Yes, sir. Alright, let's go do this. Yo, hello, Cryo. What's up? Howdy, hello, Ify Panther, I see you. I went to craft Dragon's Insight and my game blew up. I don't know of any bugs with Dragon's Insight right now. Who got banned? There was a bot. There was some bot that was trying to sell something in the chat, and so I just banned it.
Dang it, Muck. It's only been 58 months you've been putting up with me. Here's to many more. Chip is our Lord and Savior. Cheers.
Chip is passed out in the living room right now, but I'll tell him you said hi. Thank you, Jackals. Thank you, Prismatic. Alright, just knocking out the free daily farm real quick. We gotta get some money back after I spent tens of thousands of gold on you guys during that giveaway the other week. Good morning, hey Nintendo. Hey Micah Chat, I finally crafted Nevermore. Now to not play Guild Wars 2 until the Hollow Monuments for Guild Wars 3 is announced. Well, we've got another... I just realized my Blush HUD's not on. What the heck? We have another patch due for Guild Wars 2. Like, at least one more huge one in 28 days. So there's that. Okay, hold on a sec. Let me see, is Blush HUD running in the background right now? Because it's not doing anything. It's not. Okay, hold on. My Windows is going to make a noise in a second. I'm going to try to wake Blush HUD up manually. Alright, give it a minute. Let's see if that does it. Daily stuff. There's my icons. That's much better. Okay. That's what I'm used to seeing. My Bloodshot has been crashing with me a lot the past 2 weeks. That's odd. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if you told me Arc DPS is crashing after a patch, but I haven't seen Bloodshot crashing. Doing well, just gotta find a class that suits my fancy. Love the Witcher 3 stream. Yeah, Witcher 3's been great. It's been cool revisiting that. And it's been long enough that I've forgotten a lot of this stuff, so I get to kind of experience it with a fresh pair of eyes. Sometimes it decides to not load the event table and crosses it out. My event table's working. I don't know. Are you trying Mortal Shell 2? I have tried it. We played the demo for Mortal Shell 2 some months back. I liked it. I am happy to play Mortal Shell 2 now that it's out, once we finish one of our current games. Yeah, we cleared the demo. You'll not finish Witcher 3 anytime soon. I'm aware, but there's always the morning stream games. Morning stream game is currently Shape Hero Factory, which is really cute. It's a lot of fun. But maybe after that, we could try out Mortal Shell 2's full version. I'm trying to get myself in the habit of doing guild halls before Homestead, because so many times I do Homestead, then I go guild halls, and the harvests don't work, and it breaks things for some reason. And someone told me that if I do it in the other order, that it is less buggy. Which seems to be true, I just have to remember to do it. I wonder if that's similar to the two games I suggest, Crown Physics or World of Goo. I haven't played those, so I don't know. It feels like you're playing Factorio, and then how good you play Factorio will determine how well you do at the auto battler section. Like, here, hold on, if anyone hasn't seen it. So this is like this right here is like the Factorio section, and you're basically making heroes. You're see, like, you know, circles and triangles go together right here, and these little guys draw them into heroes, and then they go down the conveyor belt and through a magic portal at the end. See, then they got spears, and then depending on how well and you optimize this, you get more and more heroes out the portal, and then it takes you to the auto battler section, which is right here, and all the heroes you made will come out of the portal here and fight. So how well you optimized the area, or the factory, will determine how many people fight for you. And you see, like, right here. So, yeah, it's a fun little game. It's a combination of two things I never really thought would go together, Factorio and, like, a mobile game. But it's fun, and we've only done one stream of it so far. Yeah, by default, the building section is on a timer. You got like 2 or 3 minutes between each level. However, there was a feature I wanted to use, which is the ability to copy and paste things you make, kind of like in Factorio. Like, you could set up a thing. Like, you could make a bunch of stuff and be like, all right, now I want to copy paste this 3 times. But you can only use that if you turn off the timer. So after I got the achievement for beating a boss with the timer turned on, then I disabled it so I could use, like, the copy and paste features. Hey, Mike, I just came back to Guild Wars 2. Happy to see you still playing and streaming Guild Wars 2. Yeah, Leon. Hello, welcome. Yeah, I still do Guild Wars Tuesday, is what we call it. So every Tuesday we do Guild Wars 2 content and giveaways in the evening usually. Let's see. Converter. Let's see. Do I need this? Nope, I can ignore that. Okay, just gotta bounce through my alts that are at treasure chests, get that easy money, and then be done. How's the voice been? It's been alright. I'm still not back to what I consider normal, which was pre-December, but this is the best I've been since then. So hopefully it continues to recover, and hopefully this isn't just a new normal that I have to deal with for the rest of my life. But I am currently at the best I've been in months, so I think the medication they have me on for whatever's wrong with my vocal cords is working. Buck, what stats do you recommend for World v World? The main thing I recommend for World v World is do not run Glass Cannon. Like, if you're used to using Berserker, maybe use, like, Marauder or Celestial, right? If you're used to using Viper, use Trailblazer, which is, like, a tanky version of Viper with almost as much damage. You know, stuff like that. So, you essentially, unless you are just really good, and I mean better than me, if you run, like, the equivalent of Berserker stats, you're going to get flattened like a pancake. If you're used to running Harrier as a healer, consider Minstrels or Givers. You know, like the tanky version of a healer. So, hopefully that helps. What's left to do once you finish all the achievements and have full Leggy gear? I have been playing this game for over 10,000 hours, and I don't have nearly all the achievements. I don't know anybody who does. Maybe one person. I will say not everybody hunts for achievements. I don't even hunt for achievements. I have a full edgy gear, and I just play for fun. So yeah, it depends on you. But no game is forever. You may get to a point where you feel like you've gotten everything you can get from Guild Wars 2 and you're bored. And if that's the case, take a break. You know, it doesn't have a subscription fee. It's not going to force you to keep playing. You can go play something else until the next big patch comes out and then revisit Guild Wars. It'll be there waiting on you. So it is up to you. Have you done any gambling on the festival? Yeah, I lost like 5,000 ectos. Yep. I did not win anything good. I know a few people that got some good stuff, but I'm not one of them. Hey Mike, I'm having a hard time finding people to join my new guild besides in-game chat. Where could I find more people? There is a guild recruitment tab in-game. If you go to... What is it? Give me a second here. LFG, looking for group. There's a guild recruitment tab here. You could try your luck with that. I believe there is a subreddit for guild recruitment. So you might be able to check Reddit, various Discords, things like that. It's been a long time since I did that, but those are the things I know that people still use. My Eternal Ice is overflowing. I need to go turn that into volatile magic. I got Visage of Connor from the festival. I'm not sure if I'll use it or sell it. Nice. Muck, I have 1.3k ectos. I'm tempted. Well... Yeah, I mean, it's gambling, right? Just don't gamble what you cannot afford to lose. Muck wrapped Mutiny Monday with moonwalking dungeon antics. What? Then jumped into daily gold farming, now chatting about upcoming Guild Wars 2 patches and showing off Shape Hero Factory. Well, that's half right. Moonwalking. Thanks so much. Love your content. And I love your taste in content. Thank you. What's the plan today? Anything tasty? Just doing my daily stuff right now and then vibes. Hey, Neof. I wish there was an option to disable this being made for your channel. I mean, the little AI summary thing is, lately it's been more funny than hurtful. And some people find it useful. I don't really mind that. There is a thing that Twitch has done lately where it's opted in by default. And you have to know it's turned on and go in and manually turn it off if you don't want it to be on. And people are not happy about it, but it's basically so streamers are by default opted in to let their streams be scraped to train AIs. And naturally, the setting floated around streamer Twitter. It was like, turn this off, and I turned it off. That's a separate thing, but... Yeah, and Twitch has it on by default, I'm sure, because they know that no one would turn it on if they had it off by default. Hey, y'all. Hey, Sam. Finally beat King Turiosa this year. Nice! I know that I beat him and all the other stuff years ago, but it's been so long I don't even remember the fights. I just remember King Turiosa and also Liadri were challenging. Like, I remember they were tough, but I don't remember what they do. There's a clip of a guy who turned that on, swore worse than a sailor, and then turned it back off. Sounds like something Rose would do. Look, what's the fastest way to get Mystic Clovers? I need more for Leggy crafting. There's a limited amount of clovers you can get from the... What is it? The Fractal Merchant, the Strike Merchant, the Raid Merchant, the Wizard's Vault. If you've already exhausted all of those, buying coins and gamble crafting them into clovers is fast but expensive. But then, of course, if you do like PvP or World v World reward tracks, you could do as many of those as you wish. Oh gosh. Oh wow. Never mind, it worked. I was too excited. I'm on a standalone game. Sorry for the confusion. My mistake. Never mind, it worked. Thank you again. I shall cherish the stick of butter till the end of Guild Wars 2. Thank you, Muck. Thanks so much, man. Congrats all 3K. Keep up the good work. It's like the second time I caught you live. Usually watch your vids. Thanks for the hard work. Something for the giveaway vault. Oh my god. Thank you. This is all mail since we did the 3K stream 1 week ago. Hi from the Philippines. Got back to play yours 2 after a few years. Saw your YouTube content. Really got me enjoying the game a lot. Wish you the best. I am enjoying your content as well. You're very welcome. And thank you for the kind words. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for the loot. I already thanked this person, so that's 1,000 mystic coins. And 40 gold and a pipe. And delete that. And delete that. And it's 140 gold. Okay. Was that? Is this the correct? Yeah, it is. Dude, I thought I had the wrong guild bank. I forgot how much stuff I gave away recently. I'm like, where's all the stuff? You guys took it all. What is this thing? Oh, that's kind of cool. Okay. Alright, so that's done. Let's see. Toss that. Bank's been robbed? Yeah. Alright, cool, 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 cool. Let's see. Wizard Vault. Oh, I'm full. Okay, I gotta get something. It's funny, I'm playing actively like 1 day a week right now, and I'm still like cleaning out the Wizard's Vault of everything I want from it. Just get a skin I don't have. Okay, skin unlocked. What does that even look like? I didn't even look. Nah, I'm not gonna use that. Alright. There we go. Okay, the Eternal Ice overflowing. Let's take care of that. Did you get the Flex emote? Yeah, I have that. Are Vision Crystals worth getting from the Wizard Vault? It depends. Are you low on Vision Crystals? Then you would use them for something. As a very long-time player, I probably have a stack of them, and I'll probably never be able to use that up. Wrong thing. There we go. Alright, so I had 3,200 Eternal Ice in stash. Alright, Nom and none. Okay, so now when I'm next on my alts that have a bunch of ice, they can deposit it. What is Smug's achievement points? 28,000. I will say that I'm not an achievement hunter in Guild Wars 2. So that is from 10,000 hours of not trying to get achievements. That's what I'm at. There are lots of people that have way more than me that have played less than me.
Mukluk bobble, mukluk bobble, mukluk bobble. Mukluk bobble.
Hey, Azarai, thank you. Appreciate that a lot. Okay. Let's see. Oh my. Oh, like to see that. Look at that. Look at that big queue on a Monday morning. Well, morning for me, but that's actually awesome. So I'm on blue. I'm on Skritzberg. Monday? What is that? Oh, Tuesday morning. I lost a day somewhere. Yeah, it's Guild Wars to Monday. Let's see. I don't really like the. I could try this one for a bit. Okay, there was something I wanted to check. I need water to really check it though. Swap those two. Got a bit of a weight on it. Monk, I have 45,000 EP, but I have 3,000 more hours than you. Oh, nice. Yeah, so in my case, a lot of you know that I used to play World of Warcraft. When I was into WoW, I was a achievement hunter. I was constantly doing stuff to get achievements, and I was also a raid leader, so I dragged my raid through it. Like, there was times I was like, okay, we're gonna kill this boss, but not kill the ads today. And they're like, why? And I'm like, I want the achievement. And they were like, ugh. But they would do it. So I got so many weird raid achievements that, you know, most people don't want to do because I just forced them to do it. And I remember Mists of Pandaria came out, and I wasn't actively playing, right? I was not playing. And I came back after Mists of Pandaria, and I still had more achievement points than most of the people I knew who did play Pandaria, because I had so much before them. So because of all that, when I got to Guild Wars, when I got to Guild Wars 2, I did not have it in me to do achievement hunting again. I was just like, I was completely burned out on that. So in this game, I've never really been an achievement hunter. Did you raid Leroy Jenkins? No, but I was an active player when that skit came out. So I remember it. Any reason why I chose Fish Pit? I don't understand. What do you mean? Oh, we got a minute left on this camp. I can wait a minute. That's fine. At least he had chicken. He did have chicken.
Hey, look, it's the Tree of Birds. How are you today?
I remember in, I think it was Warlords of Draenor, when you would get, like, the NPC companions that would, like, do missions for you, you could get Leroy as a companion.
Just got hit with an ad and realized that it was time to prime you for another month. Mukluk bobble, mukluk bobble, mukluk bobble, mukluk bobble, mukluk dancing.
Hey, Neuro, thank you. Appreciate that. Hey, chat. Hey, Sayer. Any idea if there will be VOE sales during anniversary events? I do not know. Usually the most recent expansion is either not on sale, because it's like their main product, right? Or it'll be like 10% off or something, maybe 20. Where the older stuff will go as high as 50% off. So, I do not know, but it is possible. Alright, that went really well. One Dolyak didn't come over. He is holding the point. This Dolyak is not letting me capture the camp. Are you going to play Project Zomboid with a new release? I don't know anything about that. I would have to watch some trailers. I'm not familiar with that. Yeah. Okay. Oh my god, we almost got the whole map. Looks like Sims with zombies. You'd probably like it. I can take a look at it. If I remember to, next time I die, I'll look at the Steam page. Imagine if those land shark things existed in real life. Terrifying. If they did exist in real life, I bet they would mostly be native to Australia. So I think I'd be safe. Muck, are there toxic people in World v World as in PvP? Rare? Like, do they exist? Yeah, they exist. If you take any large group of people, there's going to be a few that are toxic. Yeah, there's some bad eggs. But I would say most people in World v World don't even talk much. You know? They just fight, they ping the map, you know, they might draw arrows on the map, you know, so maybe incoming red keep, stuff like that. Like... There's not much. No, there's not much. And one thing, you know what, I'll tell you this because I think it's kind of funny. When you are in World v World, if someone kills you and they're trying to be toxic, this actually amuses me greatly, okay? You know how if you're playing like Halo or something and someone kills you, they like teabag you? They go up to you and start crouching up and down? In this game, the version of teabagging is they throw siege on you. But they have to pay for the siege. So... they lose money to BM you. It's so weird to me. Because it's kind of like paying for Reddit gold. You're like, good job, and then you pay the bot for it. So it's like so... shallow. I don't know. It reminds me of like one time when I lived in Utah and some kids were this was in high school. It was like 9th grade, and they're like, "Oh my god, you know, there's a fight in the lunchroom." And I went to the lunchroom and I went to look, and it was two people just yelling at each other. They weren't even throwing hands. And my last school I had come from was in the South, where a fight meant there was blood, right? And I was like, "This is a fight?" And I just started laughing. Like, it was so just tame. Okay, so, yeah, are there some bad eggs? Yeah, but it's like, it's nothing. It really is nothing. Like, since I got in here, has anyone said anything? Bloodstone Gulch Garrison under attack, need more people? That's it. That's the only thing in map chat since I joined, like, 10 minutes ago. Someone asking for help at a garrison. You heard it here, folks. Yours too is the Mormon MMO. Mormon because Utah. Dude, yeah, I mean, I did, let's see, 9th through 12th grade and part of college in Utah.
Oops, I hit the button again.
Yeah, Mormons are super nice. I had a lot of friends out there that were of the Mormon faith. I don't share that belief system, but they are super nice. Like, it was a nice place to live. They had some rules that I don't know if everyone here would be able to accommodate. Like, for example, on Sundays, like the local grocery stores and stuff like that, the aisle where you would go to get like beer, the lights were off, and there was like a little like rope at the end of it. They would not let you purchase any alcohol on Sundays. If you wanted to have Super Bowl Sunday and have beer, you needed to buy that before Sunday, because you could not purchase alcohol on Sundays. See, 1 minute left. How goes the Guild Wars 3 news? Still no pay subs and all that? They have said that there will not be a subscription fee. Yeah, they've already said that that is not going to be a thing. Pre-lunch morning folks, Mr. Streamer. What's up, Pollux? Where I live, you can't buy alcohol before 5 p.m. Interesting. Where's that at? I don't drink alcohol, so it doesn't affect me, but I don't know what place has that rules. 20 seconds. In Thailand. Oh. The toxic part of the Yorsu community is located in PvP and raids. Yeah, there are, so like I said, you know, if you got a large group of people, if you got 1,000 people, odds are you are not going to get along with one of them. I was about to dismount, but that red guy just showed up. Concerns me that his health isn't going below 100% while he is fighting these guys. Shoot. My, I got interrupted by the Reaper. The Herald was enough, but having 3 more reds show up was too much. Muck, do you have in mind a stream in 2K resolution? In... What? In my mind? No, in my head it's 4K. If you're asking if I am planning to stream at a higher resolution, I haven't really looked into that. Is that 3 people? It is 3 people. This is a bummer, because that's twice I've cleared an area, and they've come in to steal the credits. I'm waiting on pet swap so I can get the right pet out before I mount again. Here in Sweden, we debated doing the prohibition the way the US did, but ended up with the state having a monopoly on alcohol sales instead. We can't buy booze on Sundays, and the one allowed chain of stores closes at 6 p.m. every weekday and earlier on Saturdays. I would be curious just to know the stats on alcohol, like you've got that, right? And then the other half of the equation is, what are the stats on alcohol-related crimes? Like, if you've got that prohibition and your stats are, like, way better than other places, then I'd say, yeah, freaking keep it, you know? But if, like, the stats are, you know, there's no change, then it's like, okay, I guess this isn't doing anything. She called for help again. I wonder what gear she's running. That was a tanky Reaper that did not do a lot of damage, but she was also not going down quick. But, like, what's the point of a tanky Reaper? But, I mean, I guess if you're in a big group of people, it doesn't matter. Before talking about alcohol-related crimes, you should look at gun laws now. If you're talking about an alcohol-related crime that involved a gun, then yeah, you would pull that into the equation as well, for sure. God. Finally got you without all your friends. Like I said, though, she was pretty durable for a Reaper. I don't know what's... Maybe she was running, like, Selly stats or something. I'm not sure. She was running the trait where she's almost like a Condi Reaper. Because at one point she spun on me, and it did 10 stacks of poison. But they didn't hurt that much, so... Yeah, I don't know. I'm wondering if she was running Selly stats or something. Have you tried Selly Hybrid Druid in PvE? In PvE, like, it works in open world, but I've never tried it in, like, a raid setting, if that's what you mean. Selly Druid in World v World, which is what I'm playing currently, like, the game mode I'm playing currently, Selly Druid is is a very big damage drop-off from what I'm doing right now. Does that trait stealth your pet when you come out of CA? It does a stealth around me, so it can hit my pet or other players if they are close to me when I leave CA. It is a 360 radius, up to 5 allied targets, 2-second stealth. So if I'm close to the pet, it'll hit the pet too. Oh, I don't have food and drink going. Ooh, I'm almost out, too. I'm gonna have to get more. Muck, how can I be in your World v World map? Well, right now I'm on EU. I bounce between EU and NA servers. And then when you do World v World, you have to join a team. And the team I'm currently on is called Skritzberg. And then, like, on occasion, it'll be like, all right, this reset has ended. We're starting a new one. Pick a new team. Why do you always roam alone? Why no tag Zerg? It's just my preference. I've had a few bad experiences with Zergs in the past, just as a streamer, where people were using my stream to stream snipe the Zerg, and just, it kept resulting in the people I was playing with getting hunted down. Additionally, this is just a personal thing. I feel like when you're in a Zerg, you don't matter. Like, as an individual, it doesn't matter if you're there. You're just one of 30 people, right? But when I'm on my own, I feel very much like I'm having an impact on what's going on. And I enjoy that. So, that's my reasoning. Ah, oh, that's a friend, okay. I was like, oh no, someone's about to jump me right after I pulled all these. But no, they're on my team. Do you have a guide for gearing for endgame? I have 208 guides for Guild Wars 2. If you're just talking about getting like your first set of Ascended gear, if you do exclamation gearing, I do have a video on that. That video was made before the Wizard's Vault, so I'll add that the Wizard's Vault is another option. But other than that, the guide is up to date. Stream delay could help, but it's frustrating for chat. It's true. I always have the option of doing a stream delay. But if I had to do that, like, I get a lot of joy from being able to talk to you guys. If I had to do a stream delay, which would make our conversations become, like, impossible, then I would rather just play something else. Similar to emote-only mode. Like, you know, let's talk about when I'm doing, when I'm playing, like, Warframe. You know, people doing spoilers all the time, and they're like, why don't you do emote-only mode so you can't get spoiled? And it's like, well, I could, but then I would rather just not play Warframe. This guy hits really hard, but he's squishy. This guy's running, like, Berserker stats or something. Yeah, I can do this too. This isn't, like, really good. Yeah. Like I said, I don't recommend running Berserker stats when you are in World v World. Like, that guy hit pretty hard, but he was glass. How have you been enjoying Warframe? I'm currently taking a break from it. It was fun. It was fun. However, the reason I'm not currently playing it is I feel like I don't have anything to work toward. I have done almost every quest that was in Warframe that they have made over the past 10 years. I finished the quest called 1999 last time I played, and I felt like I had nothing to work toward. I asked chat, I was like, hey, like, does this get any harder? Like, I feel like I'm just God mode running through this game right now. Like, it never really... There's a few rare moments where it goes from I'm one-shotting everything to the boss is immune to my damage. And that's not really a difficulty slope, that's more of a wall, and it's kind of stupid. But other than that, I was like, does the game get harder? Is there a point where the groups require someone to have a support frame to support them? And chat was like, no. And I felt like there was nothing to work toward. So I needed, like, a challenge in front of me, and because there wasn't one, I got kind of bored. I'm trying to think of, like, another thing was spoilers. Like, spoilers was another problem. Like, for example, and you're not going to understand what I'm talking about unless I mention this. Like, when I was playing it, I knew the twist from the quest called Second Dream before I got there because someone spoiled it for me. I know why everyone is missing their heads on Fortuna, even though I've not actually seen it in game because someone spoiled it for me. Like, the Warframe community has been simultaneously the best and also the worst community I've experienced in the last, like, 500 games I've streamed. And I do about 100 a year. That number is accurate. 500 games. There's no harder mode, but unlocking it is very annoying. There is, like, a harder mode, but unlocking it's very annoying. Yeah, so didn't feel like I had anything to work toward. Was a big thing. And then spoilers constantly was another, but I had finished pretty much every quest in the game, other than the one that's after 1999, and so I felt like I just didn't have anything else to work toward. Warframe community didn't spoil in the past, I was sad, yeah. I think part of the problem is simply the volume, right? The Warframe community is massive, right? I'd say it's bigger than Guild Wars 2's community. So you go in there, and let's say if... when you meet a group of people, let's say 1% of people would spoil something for you, right? If I'm playing something that has a small community, I might never see that 1%. But the Warframe community is millions and millions of people, so I kept hitting people that just would not shut up, and they just ruined stuff for me. But it was fun while it lasted, but it was kind of like turn my brain off fun. Kind of like, have any of you ever played a game called Dynasty Warriors? You're kind of God mode in that game, and every time you swing your weapon, you kill like 100 little peons, and just you send things flying constantly. It's like the beginning of Lord of the Rings when Sauron is swinging his warhammer and just knocking like dudes left and right constantly. It felt like that. Like, it kind of felt like I was playing a game with cheat codes turned on the entire time. Which was fun for a while, but, you know, it eventually got old. Out of range. Prince of Persia: Sands of Time is out. Fancy being a Prince Muck? Maybe someday. Right now we got a full menu.
A spoiler is like being a new player in GW2 and some vet telling you to get ready for the Zaitan fight. Advice would be the stats they need.
Yeah, and there again, 99 out of every 100 Warframe players I met understood the difference between a spoiler and advice. But there was just so many people that I kept hitting the bad ones, which was unfortunate. I'll also say, setting aside the I felt overpowered the whole time, I felt like there was no challenge, and I felt like I was constantly getting spoiled. Setting all of that aside, there was also, like, honestly, I feel like the story that Warframe did have to tell, they were not good at telling it. They, like, it's like you finish an area, and then you had to grind rep there for a week to get one more cutscene. You'd have to, like, it was kind of like an Elden Ring. You know, you have to, like, read the description of items to try to piece together the story. It was not a very upfront story. It was like you had to really work or watch some guy on YouTube explain it for an hour. So it was what I did play. Again, it was fun, but it was fun like hack and slash fun. In terms of story, it was not good at telling one, I don't think. But I've been told by Warframe players that when it first came out, it didn't have a story. So they kind of tried to like force one into the game years after it came out, but it was not like their original thing. Isn't there a Warframe game that's like medieval? You're talking about Soulframe. I played it in pre-alpha and it was really bad, but you know that was pre-alpha, so hopefully they'll continue to refine it. What do you suggest the minimum requirements? Wait, minimum equipment slot you best got on your main character on Guild Wars 2? I'm sorry, Viper, I don't understand the question. I mean, like, I would advise eventually you max out all your gear. Like, work on getting everything orange, and then slowly work on getting everything ascended, and on and on and on. Have you played SWTOR? The MMO Star Wars game? I have not. I have heard from people that they think that the story in that game is good. I have not, I've not played it on stream. That's why Clem is a thing. Yeah, that lasted a while. Like, I could tell, like, the first few streams of Warframe I did, anytime I would, because I'd be thinking out loud, right? I'm like, oh, what's that? What's his deal? Oh, I wonder if they're going to come back to this. And people would chat, would be like, Clem, Clem, Clem. And I realized by context that anytime they were saying, don't spoil him, they would all spam Clem in the chat. Which was cool. That was fine. But eventually got to the point where, like, 7 people would say Clem and one person would go, oh, yeah, a Tenno is... So it was like, after 3 streams, they got tired of Clemming and just started spoiling. Another thing is Warframe power level is so high the devs have kind of given up because they're scared to nerf anything because of community backlash. It's unfortunate because, like, with the Warframe stuff, many of the frames have really cool abilities. Like, there was a Warframe I looked at where it would summon 2 walls that would go out, like, 20 yards, and they would smash together. And, like, it would look like the environment was crushing the foe. It looked really cool. There's no point in the game where you really need that, though. Like, there's all these really cool frames, like, you know, summons a flower that will drain life from nearby foes and generate health packs for your allies. As soon as you summon the flower, the allies are gone. They're speedrunning the level. Most of the maps are done in 2 minutes. Like, there's no way they're going to stay in one area long enough to get the health packs from the flower. So it's like, they've designed all these frames that do cool things, but there is, no content where you need them. This guy's playing the flavor of the month. I don't know if I can beat him. Yeah. No, it's not gonna happen. He's got like every boon in the game, constant resistance. He's not even good at amalgam combos, but he's not going down. Oh, 4 obsidian. What is that amalgam spec? That's just default amalgam. He's just not playing it terribly well. And I say that because the good amalgams, I cannot get them below 100% health. Like, I can't get through their barrier. Him, I could get him down to like 80, 70, so he wasn't playing it perfectly, but good enough that with every boon in the game, I can't kill him. SOTOR's getting another bit of rework at the end of this year. Would be a good time to dive back in. Just remember to get a 1-month sub one time to unlock quality of life stuff at the start. Yeah. Keep in mind you are mostly going against level 30-40 enemies. There is a star chart with level 130 plus. Again, I asked hundreds of people, is there any point in this game where it gets tough enough where you need to be like, save CC for this mechanic, or we need a healer, save the last slot in the group for a healer, that kind of thing. And they were like, no, it never gets that tough. Now, maybe they were all wrong. Possibly, right? But I honestly felt like I had no challenge to look forward to. And what I mean by that is, like, let me give you an example. I like Factorio. I tried Satisfactory. Satisfactory felt like Factorio, but without enemies attacking you. I got bored very quickly. I need some pushback, right? To enjoy the game. I don't want to just be in a sandbox and play with you. I want to have some pushback. That's just the kind of gamer I am. You know, now obviously I want to win, but I don't want to just be like mowing through things and feel like there's no challenge. Healer, not really. By the point the game gets hard, you need invulnerability layers, so you don't get one-tapped randomly. What? Okay, that's just a first-person shooter at that point. You like the thrill of maybe dying at any second? No. No. Hold on. There's a you just went from one end of a spectrum to another. I did not say I want to get one shot or something, right? I said I want some pushback, right? Going from I'm one-shotting enemies to enemies are one-shotting me is going to the opposite end of a problem, right? There is a middle ground, okay? Like this game is middle ground. Right? I just fought that amalgam. We went back and forth for a minute. I determined I couldn't win. I left. Right? That is middle ground. Like, you don't need to go from one-shots to other way one-shots. Did you finish Space Age? No. I got really far in Factorio Space Age, but honestly, the viewership super declined, so I had to stop it. Like, I literally couldn't afford to pay my bills and keep streaming that if no one was watching it. So people just weren't into it that much. When it comes to switching equipment, how many suggestions do you have for your main character in Guild Wars 2? Whatever you want to play. If you only enjoy playing one build ever, you only need one set of gear. If you want to try out other things, I would suggest you get a set of Celestial gear, because that is decent at everything, and you can just use that. And then if you really, like, let's say you use it Celestial gear, you try out a Condi build, you really like it, then you can work on building like a Viper set. Muk plays Elden Ring with gear and abilities, not naked with a stick. Yes, that is true. I cleared Elden Ring. I cleared the DLC, but it is true that my character wasn't naked with a stick. There isn't much middle ground. It's high or low because the balance is so wonky. Yeah, and again, that's why I put it down. But that's fine. Again, I would, if someone was like, "Hey Muck, did you like Warframe?" I'm still gonna say I enjoyed it, but my enjoyment ran out after about 60 hours. Maybe it'll change. Maybe they'll do an update, and I'll go back and visit it again. I didn't like delete my account or anything. Let's see. The thing with Warframe is for a specific type of player, mainly if you like being OP. Yeah, that's accurate. It's funny because I heard I heard Dan's Gaming. He said one day, he's like, Warframe, you start out so weak and then you get strong enough to one-shot everything and it feels so good. And then after trying Warframe, I was like, wait, what? No, I started out one-shotting everything. I started out one-shotting everything, and 60 hours later, I'm still one-shotting everything. I didn't have that experience, Dan. I don't want to invalidate anyone's opinion on Warframe. No, you're fine. Go ahead. I'm Legendary rank 3. I have too many hours this game. Did every mission on Steel Path. Hundreds of level cap survival mission. One thing I could say, even at level cap, because you come with capable builded frame, you will never need any form of support or play co-op. You can do everything solo apart from doing relics. I love the game, but you have to love grinding to really enjoy it. Yeah, and I don't mind grinding. Like, I'm an MMO player. I have full Legendary, right? Getting full Legendary took over a year. I don't mind long projects, but I need a goal to work toward. If it's like I'm one-shotting everything and I could unlock every Warframe and then I'm still one-shotting everything, I'm kind of like, what's the point, right? Like I need some kind of objective. Like, let me give you an example. I've been really into Darktide lately. Darktide has a system at endgame called Havoc. Like I'm going to simplify this. You go to do a mission, and then there's very easy, easy, normal, hard, very hard, Havoc 1, all the way through Havoc 40. I have been really enjoying climbing that and seeing how far my skills can take me. I'm currently Havoc 25, but I did beat a Havoc 32 once. And Havoc 40 is like the best players in the game. I've really been enjoying trying that and just seeing how far my skills can take me and getting a little bit better each time. But that's because every time I beat one, there's another difficulty right after it to try. So, like, that's an example. And, again, Darktide, there's no gear. There's no, like, cookie or carrot at the end of the stick, right? It's just there's another difficulty. Like, I don't beat a mission and then get a loot box. Darktide's not that kind of game. I just get a tougher mission afterward, and I'm like, let's do it. So yeah, I am not at all going to say that it's a bad game by any stretch. I'm just sharing my experience and how my brain works. You do get a random weapon or sigil at the end. Yeah, but if you're already doing Havoc, they're all useless. They just get vendored. The only easy day was yesterday. Yeah. It sounds like Mythic Plus Dungeons in WoW. Okay, very similar setup, except Mythic Plus Dungeons and WoW, people are usually trying to get gear also. In Darktide, people are there just because they're masochists. There's no like equipment upgrades at the end of it. Mike, I think I'm in your World v World game. Can I take a pic with you? Sure. What team are you on? I'm red. Okay. I am in the left map, and I am going to the supply camp right by your spawn. Blob incoming. Here's the thing, guys. If I die in World v World because a blob runs me over, it's just like, well, I'll respawn. Alright? There's, not much I can do about that. If he proves to me I cannot trust him, I'll remember that for the future. There's not really a punishment if you die in World v World other than you go back to spawn, so I would be not bothered if that happens. Into the Book of Grudges, that's right. That's going into the book! I love the concept of the Book of Grudges. It's such a funny thing. He's jumping, is that him? Are you him? We're on opposite teams, so I can't type to him in game. Time to emote speak? Well, he's in the Twitch chat, so that's not necessary. What's the Book of Grudges? It's a thing in Warhammer Fantasy. Okay, so imagine dwarves, right? And anytime you you slight a dwarf, maybe you said something bad, maybe you cut him off in traffic, or maybe your great-grandfather cut him off in traffic, right? Anytime you say something bad about a dwarf or you do something bad that slights them or something, they will write it down in a book. And that's the Book of Grudges. Yeah. Well, I hope the guy got his picture. Was that 2 Reapers? Oh yeah, that was. That was 2 Reapers and a Gale Shot. So, the thing is like, if you're playing the dwarves, you'll occasionally be, you'll get this list of stuff, like, go wipe out this village, because a guy that lived there, his great-grandfather didn't hold the door open for me at Wendy's 500 years ago. And then you wipe out the village and you check it off the list in the book. But there's this one guy that, like, anytime something bad happens, he's like, that's going into the book! And, like, his quill just slams against the page. But yeah, they, if you're playing the dwarves, you get big rewards for checking off grudges in the book, which is usually go kill something. Oh, yeah, you're right. I did forget to look at Project Zomboid. Okay, hang on. I said I would look at it. Red team killing me just because they want me to look at Zomboid. Alright, what are you? What is this? What, is this like Tarkov? It looks like top-down Tarkov or something. Loot, build, craft, fight, farm, and fish in a struggle to survive. Is this a roguelike? Like, where you die... Hold on. No, it doesn't say roguelike. I don't know. I'd be willing to try it. It doesn't get me hype at a glance, but I'd be willing to try it. It has fishing, Muck has to play it. Yeah, Warframe had fishing. That's how you know it's a real MMO. I never saw Project Zomboid. No one ever talked about the game here. To be fair, I have the memory of a goldfish. We might have looked at it a week ago and I forgot. Thanks for another great stream, ducking out early. Alright, see you, Junkles. Have you ever streamed or considered streaming any of the Grounded games? I streamed the entire Grounded 1 game, and I also made a review video of it that has probably sold quite a few copies of Grounded. Grounded 2, we tried to stream it on like the first day of early access, and it was like a buggy mess. But later, I went back to it, and I played it off. My son loves Grounded, so me and my kid have cleared Grounded 1 on max difficulty, and Grounded 2 early access. We've cleared that also. Yeah, you jumped me earlier with the 2 Reapers, but right now you're alone. Oh, no, you do have a friend. Okay. This is not good. Oh, man. Yeah. The Gale Shot is really easy to kill, but a Reaper and a Conduit beating on me while fighting him is a different matter. But him alone is a free kill. Do you still enjoy XCOM style games? Asking because the Star Wars Hero Company is launching later this month. I haven't played one in a long time, but I did clear XCOM. Hang on a second. I cleared XCOM Enemy Unknown, and I cleared XCOM 2. But that was a very long time ago. 2019 for XCOM 2. So, I can play those, yeah. So, I mean, if the Star Wars game looks solid, I'm fine trying that out. 95% accuracy miss. Yeah. If any of you have never played it, there's a meme with those games where, like, it's turn-based, right? So you've got your soldier, and there's an enemy right in front of him, and he'll go, and the enemy will go, and it'll say miss. And it's just like, are you serious? Like, I will say, it made me definitely appreciate more. Oh wait, hold on. What was the? Was it Arthur? This one. This was like Fantasy XCOM, wasn't it? This one was really good. I think this one didn't have the percentage chances. It was just like, you know, if they were behind cover, it would say it would do like half damage. But it wouldn't like flip a coin on whether or not it hit. So this was like the same type of skilled combat, but it took the randomness element out of it. This one was really nice. I think that's the last game like XCOM that I played. Do you have any tips or things to do for some still in the core game before getting the first 2 DLCs? Core game. I mean, you could work on map completion. You could... I need to get my participation up. I'll probably kill some guards. You could work on, like, map completion. You could finish the base game story. Get yourself some, like, Selly gear or something if you want. Can you check FF Tactics Ivalice's Chronicles? I can check it, but historically, most of y'all don't show up if I play an anime game. Hold on a sec. That is a weird word. I'm gonna copy paste it. Is this it? Okay, hold on. Let me pause it for a second. Alright. Yeah, this, for me, like that kind of game looks like a game that I'd be willing to try. I'd be willing to try. However... Wait, hold on. What did they say? Oh, they're asking for my help. I'd be willing to try, but historically, when I play games like that on stream, most of y'all aren't interested. Have you played Fire Emblem? I have not. If you play when it's past midnight where I live on a work day, then no, I'm not interested in anything you play. Have you played Phoenix Point? No, I have not. Do you know what Fire Emblem is, I assume? I'm aware of Fire Emblem. I haven't played Fire Emblem. What's harder, Gale Shot World v. World or Conti Druid World v. World? They have different things about them that can be challenging. Gale Shot, if an enemy gets close to you, you're dead. Your strength is massively long range. So what the skill you need to get good at with Gale Shot is kiting. The ability to keep filling someone with arrows while staying as far away as possible. Druid is kind of the opposite. You're trying to immobilize someone and get close to them and blow them up. So I don't particularly think either one is challenging, but they involve different combat styles that you would have to practice. Mug, can I link you a video here? I have to be really careful with links in chat, because some of y'all are up to no good. What is it you want me to watch? Mug, did you beat AC Black Flag Remastered? I beat the main story of it. I did not finish all of the side quests because viewership was going way down. So I had to put it down. But I beat the main story. What is Druid Heal lacking compared to Heal Chrono and Troubadour in content like Challenge Mode Fractals? What's it lacking? Nothing. Druid can heal Challenge Mode Fractals just fine. Like, for many years it was lacking stability, but we have that now. SLBs always just run away from Spellbreaker when I meet one. Don't know if you agree, but 1v1 Spellbreaker feels really bad. Spellbreaker is a good Spellbreaker is a hard counter to Ranger, yes. They, if they're decent, they have 3 times as much CC as you have stun breaks. Additionally, any warrior, which includes Spellbreaker, will have the ability to break free of roots every time they use a movement skill, so a druid cannot lock them down. So they're kind of like the natural counter to how I play. When Muck says I had to put it down, I imagine him killing it mercilessly to stop this pain. No. No, I mean, it's like, dude, I love my job. I get to play video games and make videos for a living. I absolutely love what I do, but it is a job. If I'm playing a game, it doesn't matter if I'm having fun. If viewership goes from, 400 down to 100, I can't continue the game on stream. I might finish it off stream by myself, but I can't continue it on stream if the viewership goes that far down. Can I ask you a YouTube creator question? Absolutely. Do you enjoy 8-bit games? Octopath is an amazing game. I did a sponsored stream for Octopath Traveler 2, and I liked it so much that I finished the entire game on stream. It is on the Mukluk Plays YouTube channel if you would like to see it. My full playthrough is there. How many games end up with more viewers than usual? Alright, so there is probably no game I play that gets me more viewers than Guild Wars 2. Because, there's people here that like me, and there's people here that like Guild Wars 2, and that's my biggest audience, right? But if I play another game, the people that might like me might... Oh, God. The people that might just like the, like me, it doesn't matter what I'm playing, might show up, but not the people who are just here for Guild Wars 2. My pet's almost dead, even though he's not targeting my pet, which always is amazing. Gale Shot's back. I'm not hurting this Amalgam. Gale Shot is a freebie, but the Amalgam is too much. Didn't Warframe have a lot of viewers? Not more than Guild Wars 2. If, like, right now, there's 400 on Twitch, 120 on YouTube for this. Warframe broke 300 on some days. Which is great, that's fantastic. When, like, honestly, if I can't, just for the size of my channel and the audience I normally get, if I'm playing a variety game and I can't get near or past 200 viewers, it's usually a bust. Like, that's kind of like the minimum. Warframe doesn't get many viewers. We could check the stats. Hang on. Give me a sec. What is going on? I cannot get a page to load. Okay, there we go. All right, channel. Okay. Here's my stats. Let's see, games. Where's Warframe? Okay, Warframe. Average viewers was 203. Peak was 822. Now, probably what happened here is I got a big raid by someone, and so for a brief second I was at 822, and then most of them left. So average with Warframe was 203. Guild Wars seems like a fairly niche category on Twitch with a couple of big fish like yourself and a handful of smaller fish. Guild Wars 3 may change that. I wonder if that makes Guild Wars a fairly unique category in the sense that there is room for more creators as a whole, rather than most categories where it's only possible to break through. You're partially right. With streaming, when you pull up a stream, hold on. Let's see. Let me pull myself up here. Let me go to the main page. What's a big section here? World of Warcraft. I can't believe it puts World of Warships above that. Okay, so World of Warcraft. Let's say you start streaming World of Warcraft. Okay, you start for the first time. How far do I have to scroll to find you? Alright, so I've scrolled that far, and we're still hitting people with like 40, 50 viewers. So if you don't have more than 40 or 50 viewers, I'm still having to scroll down to find you here. Okay? So, with Guild Wars 2... Alright. Alright, we're already down to the 1 viewers. So, if you are starting streaming for the first time... What the hell is this? It's like selling gold? I've never seen that before. That's against TOS. If you're starting Guild Wars 2 streaming for the first time, you do not have to scroll far to find yourself. And that is what you want. If you can find a category where you're having fun, and you don't have to scroll far to find you when you're at the bottom of the category, and the category has viewers, that is kind of the golden area. Because it'd be really easy to go to a category that you're at the top of the category, but no one else is there. For example, here's The Room 2. There's one guy playing this, and he has 1 viewer. So, yeah, it's easy to get at the top of the list here, but no one's watching it, so it doesn't matter. So, if you can find a category where people are watching and you are not too far down, that's fantastic. That's what you want. But at the same time, if you are starting out as a content creator, if this is something you want to do, you're going to need to put work into something else. Either YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Spotify, something else, and that will bring people to your... Hey, for those of you willing to help me out here, what is the first place you ever encountered me? Like YouTube video, a live stream, a tweet? I'm willing to bet it's mostly going to be YouTube videos. And that's mostly what we're getting in the responses right now. So, the thing is like, even though I'm at the top of the Twitch category for Guild Wars 2, that's not where most people found me for the first time, right? It's, on Twitch is very much a kingmaker system. If you're at the top, you know, it's a rich get richer. If you're at the top of the list, more viewers click on you. But with YouTube videos or TikToks or whatever you're doing on the side, that is continuing to show people your content even when you're asleep. And you can't really compete with that. So that will that's kind of like your advertising.
I was looking guides for GW2 and found you. But I find 90% of other creators from Instagram or TikTok.
TikTok, there you go. I found you through Map Chat and Lion's Arch. Found one of the outliers. But yeah, like if you definitely need to have something working to advertise you as a creator, even when you're asleep. Because like on Twitch, when I go offline, you know, there's nothing here. Like, Twitch is where VODs go to die. But if you are offline on Twitch, but you've still got, like, some YouTube shorts that are running, or TikToks, or whatever, then those keep going. I found you from a co-raid. I know exactly which day that was. Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, when I started streaming Guild Wars 2, the Guild Wars 2 section of Twitch had like 6 people. It'd be like Iron Maiden, Mighty Teapot, Wooden Potatoes, and then like 3 others. So even when I started, like it has definitely grown since then, because now you have to scroll down the page a few times. And that was not a thing when I started doing it. I have a friend that streams Oxygen Not Included. Tried to convince her to make guides on YouTube. She said it's pointless because there's already tons of guides on it. I'm an example of that being not true. And what I'll say is, okay, let's take okay, you know the Get to the Point raid guides? There were already raid boss guides before I made those. I made them anyway. But because I would argue I did a better job, now they are the de facto used raid guides, and I continue to get views on those videos years later. So, not making something because someone else already made it is not a good reason. Especially if you think that, like, now, if you're regurgitating the exact same thing that they said, yes, obviously. But if you think you've got something to contribute to it that wasn't in there the first time, then you could absolutely release the thing. Like, in my case, what did I feel I had to contribute to a raid guides that already existed? I felt I could be more concise. I felt that I could make the video, and I could make it shorter, and throw a few jokes in there to be funny. But, you know, that worked for me. But, yeah, just not making something because someone else already made one is, yeah, that's you don't have to think like that. You do not have to think like that. There's a tag in here. I was trying to join. I think they might have gone in the back. Ah, here we go. Now, I gotta be careful here because I'm not in their blob, which means I am not gonna get prioritization for any heals at all. Oh, this ain't going good. The blob I rushed here to join is not winning. Oh no, the chill. No. Oh, my movement skill didn't go off. Ah. I saw the reticle, but it didn't go. Oh, the blob is resing me. Thanks, guys. Hold on. I missed a lot of chat. As soon as I get safe, I'm gonna go back and read what I missed. Can you switch from NA to EU freely because you're a streamer, or can others do it? Anyone can do it by paying gems. I am able to do it for free because I'm a ArenaNet partner. And they added, basically, anyone that they recognize as an ArenaNet partner, which is just like a content creator, they give you a few special things, and one of them is the ability to server swap. What World v World tracks are you doing first in World v World? Usually, I mean, the gift of battle ones, probably. Most people do World v World because they need gifts of battle. This is crazy. Oh my gosh. Can I link the video about XCOM? You could DM it to me, and I'll check it out later. I'm not going to watch it right now. Okay, alright, let me scroll up. Palmesia says, in Guild Wars 3, if you get good traction and view, would you consider doing a lot of guides for this game? Yeah, if I like it. I mean, Guild Wars 3 could be trash. I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. Like, if I play the game, and I really enjoy it, and I'm also getting viewership, yeah, I'll absolutely make a bunch of guides for it and stuff. Let's see. Da-da-da. When I started rating, people would throw your get to the point videos in party chat for the new guys precisely because they were short. That would watch them as we waited. Yeah. I recently watched a few of your get to the point guides to refresh my memory. Awesome stuff. I got what was advertised. Nice. There's also room to iterate on what someone else has done, like with Mux guys. Make one that are updated, include recommendations for good classes for new people to play on those bosses and why, that sort of stuff. Yeah, like for example, like I've got, like if you've got a raid boss guide that already exists, but it was made before like ritualists were added to the game, you could add in some pointers on what to do with the new classes if you're going to play that. You know, like, oh hey, Gale Shot can do this. A ritualist is perfect for this role, blah, blah, blah. You could add in some information on that if you want. Are we getting a Guild Wars 3 species spotlight today? I don't know, but if we do, I'll cover it. Do you still need to do the Warclaw track to use the Warclaw? No, I think if you go into World v World now, all you have to do is spend 1 point in the World v World skill thing. Hold on a sec. I think you have to spend 1 point here to get it. I think that's all you have to do these days. When I started rating, I watched your Get to the Point videos, and I thought, wait, this is the condensed version? I've seen some vids covering Paragon and Troubadour Elite cheesing mechanics and fractals. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there is... No, like, and this goes for any category. Like, World of Warcraft, you know, has... It's huge. There's so many content creators, there's so many players. But if you see something and feel like you can add, like, a unique spin on it, you know, that's your thing. That's your niche. I guess my niche was, like, when it comes to guides, try to be compact. Try to just, you know, take out the BS, maybe make it funny, make it as just, you know, succinct as possible, and that's it. That was my niche. Your niche might be something completely different. I shared in the general chat. XCOM in a nutshell. Alright, hang on a sec.
Moving to position.
Yep.
Not even close.
Yeah, I think we all knew what was gonna happen there. The What Muck Got Wrong series, Farm to Hate. I have had certainly a few of those. There was one guy who, I don't even remember his name. He made a video on something I did, and I made a video responding to his video, and then he made another video, and then I just stopped there. I was like, all right, this guy's just gonna go back and forth as long as he can because he's trying to get clicks. I've said my piece. I'm done. I would recommend, although you can absolutely do that, the people that you will gather for your community will be people that want to see drama. And if you can't continually, like, be that, like, it's something you're gonna have to deal with. Was it Rose? No, it wasn't Rose. It was someone else who I don't remember the name of. Rose is hilarious. His humor is rated R humor, but I find him hilarious. Nike? No, not Nike. Nike's not funny. Now, it would be like if I made a video where I was just like, why Asmongold would love Guild Wars 2, you know, or something like that, or why Mr. Beast won't hire me, you know? Yeah, I'll get a bunch of clicks on that one video, but it's like, I think Matt Pat said it. He's like, every time I make something you like, I am building trust with you, and every time I make something that you're not sure if you'll like, you clicking on it is spending that trust. And if you decide, you know what, I don't like this thing, then that trust is lowered. But if you do like it, then it's raised. So if you make stuff like that, and you know, it's like, yeah, you might get clicks one time, but long term, it could screw you over. I am getting some major lag here because there's like 100 people in there, so I'm actually gonna back up. I hate it when games use percentages that are not true. I also hate it when people don't understand stats, and 99% is not a guarantee. Yeah. It's kind of like, I don't know. I've played so many games that I'm well aware that a 1% thing could happen, right? It's kind of like, okay. Hold on. All right, so chat, what if you had... Let me open Paint up here for a second. All right. What if you had a 100% chance of getting, let's say $1 million, or you had a 99% chance of getting $1 billion, 1% chance you die? What would you do? I have seen too many 1% things hit in my gaming career. I'm going over here. Now, I know millennials would jokingly be like, there's no downside on that right one. But I have seen too many 1% hits in my life. I'm going for the guaranteed 1 mil. Either way, I don't have to work tomorrow. I knew it. I knew someone was going to say something like that. Like, hell, I played Raid Shadow Legends for like a year, and anytime you are getting a legendary, it's like a 0.5% chance, and I got a lot of legendaries in that game. Changing my answer to 1 billion? Oh my gosh. Reminds me of the trolley problem. Ever hear of it? Of course I've heard of the trolley problem. And everyone knows the answer to the trolley problem. It's multi-track drifting. Ah, crap. Oh my god. Yeah, I think I'm dead. There's like 4 more that just showed up. I was doing fine versus that Druid, but adding in those others is too much. You know the trolley problem, but you never heard of the Monty Paul problem? We're going back to that. The trolley problem has a lot of memes. There's too many greens over there. Teleport. Like, the Monty Hall problem, I had never heard of before that one Guild Wars 2 quest, and then people started talking about it in chat. I'd never come across it a single time. I've probably come across memes of the trolley problem hundreds of times. Not even close. Is there a sweet spot when it comes to Condi builds for duration and damage, or do you aim for 100% duration with the most Condi damage you can get? In PvE, you aim for 100%. In PvP, you don't, because most people will cleanse conditions after a couple ticks, and they're not going to get the full effect. Oh my, that's a lot of reds. On a real note, you got really good at the Liar's Paradox of Blueprints. It's one of my favorite problems. Oh, with the, like, the 3 chests thing? Yeah. Blueprints was a very fun puzzle game. I just really didn't like the roguelike element of it. Arrow cart. I just swapped builds. Nice, just got 2 kills, 3 kills, 4 kills, 5, 6. Give me those bags! How to mooch an entire blob. Bye, Mukluk. You ever watch the old game show Friend or Foe? Never heard of it. This is like a European thing? Alright. Back to Druid. Which base game class would you choose to have Druid as an elite spec instead of Ranger, and why? What? Why would Druid not be Ranger? I want to duck into that tunnel and go for the camp, but there's too many of them watching. Basically, it's a game where you answer questions with a friend to increase a pool of money. Then at the end, you both choose either friend, split the money, or foe, keep it for yourself. But if you both pick foe, you pick nothing. I mean, I don't know. You could just, like... I feel like you said it's with a friend, right? I mean, I feel like I could talk to a friend and be like, yo, I will say friend and you will say foe, so you get all the money during the thing, and then we split it after the fact. I'm sure I could convince my friend to do that. And then there'd be no risk for them, because I said that they're gonna hit foe and I'm gonna hit friend. So they'd be like, alright, yeah, okay, this is risk-free for me. But if it's with someone I don't know, then okay, that's actually a harder choice. Trolley problem is philosophy, Monty Hall is math. Depends on where you spend your time, I think. Yeah, I guess I'm not hanging out on the math subreddits. Streamer says that like they have any friends outside the interweebs. Yo, I have friends. And both of them are wonderful people. Ooh, that's a lot of red. The issue with Druid is that it makes more sense as a class versus an elite spec. It's funny, the other day someone asked me, they're like, what class did you enjoy playing in Solasta? And I said Druid, and they were like, of course. And I was like, no, actually, it's for completely different reasons. It's like, you know, Druid in Solasta and Druid in Baldur's Gate 3 and Druid in Guild Wars are completely different. You know, in D&D, a Druid can shapeshift. You know, they turn into animals and stuff like that. Or in Solasta, it's because one of my favorite spells is Moonbeam. And Moonbeam was, like, strictly a Druid thing. Do Tamagotchis count? I have a Tamagotchi somewhere.
That's literally what one guy did, and that's why they shut the show down. It's no fun when everyone knows the meta option and don't backstab each other. Technically, I think he deliberately offered a bigger share than 50% to the other guy.
Yeah, not surprised, but yeah, I've not heard of the show, but it's funny that in 2 seconds I came up with an idea and you're like, yeah, people did that and that's why it's gone now. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, winning. Your Tamagotchi's dead and the batteries are dead. Yeah, when that fad came around, I got roped into it too. Ah, crud, there's someone coming. Alright, what are they? Willbender. Okay. Crap, there's another one. And there's another one. Oh, I'm so dead. Thank you. Got him. I actually learned a new Druid trick from watching an hour-long paper roll video the other day, chat. I'm gonna show you this. Okay? Check this out. I'm underwater. I hit Astral. I use 3 to daze someone. It's on cooldown. I leave the water. I can use 3 again. The underwater and the underwater and out of water astral bars, although they look the same, they're actually different, and they don't share a cooldown. I did not know that with thousands of hours on Ranger. Like, I knew they slightly behave differently in the water, but I didn't know it was legitimately a completely separate weapon. So, like, if you use Astral 2, 3, 4, or 5 in the water and leave, or out of the water and enter, the cooldowns look like they come back up immediately. What? Oh, it's a guard. Also works with Necro. I'd say it's a bit more obvious with Necro because the
Mr.
Shroud
Maddelman
is
gifted a
different
tier
lore, I
1
think.
sub to Paper Roll Druid. They have given 31 gift subs in the channel.
Thank you, Mighty Man. Oh, he's here. What's up, Paper Roll? Yeah, dude, I watched your recent 1 hour long video. And I gotta say, for like 90% of it, I knew what you were talking about already. But near the very end, you went over that water trick. And I'm like, I didn't know that one. Where's the shout out to Paper Roll Druid? I don't even know if he streams on Twitch. The shout out command plugs Twitch links. I know that he does YouTube videos because that's what I watch. Dude, I'm so tired of this scale shot. It's just like this guy that shows up while I'm fighting other people and he just starts throwing paper clips at me every time. There's a Mesmer here now, too. Ah, and a Dolyak camp. Got the Druid while getting hit by 3 people and the entire camp. It's definitely a quantity versus quality situation. Muk, is the watch streak thing something you have to turn on? If so, why don't you use it? Because it spams chat. Every day, it was like, Irath has watched 3 days in a row. Bob Soji has watched 4 days in a row. Mr. Matty Man has watched 7 days in a row. Imagine every single person here, when they enter the chat, it was posting the watch streak. It was way too much spam. Like, in theory, I didn't mind it, but it was too much. He's alive. Oh, wow. That was interesting. I got pulled by 2 NPC Necros in opposite directions at the same time. So I just got, like, whiplashed. Nice. Those pulls are so annoying on Willbender. Yeah, each of the mobs does something. The female human guards, the scouts, they will spam blind on you. The male char guards will do a stun and an immobilize. Hey, Guamo, thank you. Appreciate that. Oh, man. Why are you running? Why are you running? You were willing to jump me while I was fighting 10 things. There's a soul beast coming. Lady, I already popped you. Go away. They are too alert, chat. I cannot finish that camp. I keep getting interrupted. What would you are the big differences in PvP and World v World? What keeps you from playing PvP? So, 2 things. 1, Druid specifically has a different cooldown on Astral Form in PvP. It's longer than World v World. So my favorite class's favorite button, I get to use more often in World v World. I don't know why, but it's true. Second thing, is food buffs actually make or break this build. So it feels better to play in World v World. Third thing is, when I'm in PvP, it's 5v5. And I love PvP, alright? I've got 6,000 games played of PvP. However, if I'm in there, and we're fighting like 2 amalgams, it's over. There are some very overpowered classes right now, and if I run into them in World v World, I can just run away and go somewhere else. In PvP, I am trapped in a room with those people, and I have to play it out. This berserker has missed the harpoon trying to dismount me twice. I didn't jump him because the other person up there was a lightning evoker, and a lightning evoker requires my full attention. I can't be fighting someone else and a lightning evoker at the same time. So, yeah, in PvP, there's no, like, surrender button or anything, which is fine. But because they don't, like, the balance of the game is not stellar, if you go in there and the enemy team is, like, got a bunch of willbenders or amalgams or conduits, and you're on the team opposite that, it's just like, it's like a 5 to 10 minute loss that you have to play out. But here, I could just, you know, rotate. I can just go somewhere else. And that's nice. Speaking of flavor of the month, you'll notice my pet chat is dead. I just had to swap it. And the pet was not targeted by her. That's just how good her AoE is. Fortunately, she's not a good amalgam. My heal got interrupted. That's actually really bad. There's someone else coming. Got the camp and 1 kill out of it. You could kind of rotate in PvP as well, though. Kind of, yes. And believe me, I do. I do that a lot. If you go back and watch my PvP videos, I do a freaking lot of that. And there's always going to be a thing like, okay, I'm in PvP. I can't beat that guy, so whenever he shows up, I'm going to rotate. But when two-thirds of the enemy team is that guy, then it's just like, what the heck am I supposed to do? So, I don't know, like I said, I got was it 6,100 games of PvP? I do love the game mode. There's been months of me streaming where I was only doing PvP, and it just simply got to the point where I felt like 1 game in 5 was fun. And a big part of that is just that they're not regularly balancing stuff. Alright, so my build is able to kill Tower Lords, but it takes a while. And so there is a risk that someone else is going to show up and kill me. So we'll see what happens here. Oh, okay, here's a Reaper. I'm gonna focus the Reaper and see if maybe they're bad. Maybe I'll get lucky. Oh, shoot. Yeah, that extra. The Evoker. The Evoker provided one more lockdown that I couldn't handle. I almost had the Reaper. Rip. When this game first launched, they were very hyped on the idea of season PvP being a big thing, but World v. World was so much popular even then. It shifted over time, but yeah, they tried to make Guild Wars 2 PvP like an esport at the beginning, but it didn't work out. And I do think that the combat in this game is like S tier, even compared to other MMOs, but a big problem is there isn't regular enough balance updates. Like, in my opinion, Willbender has never not been overpowered. Like, from the launch of Willbender in End of Dragons, there has not been a single patch since then where Willbender was not OP in PvP. And they, like, that should have been handled in a month. The amount of survivability in your build is ridiculous. It's funny you say that, because as the person playing the build, I feel like I'm made of glass, and if there's ever a moment that I'm caught not dodging, not evading, not in a movement skill or something, I feel like I pop. But I try. Guild Wars 2 is too hard to spectate, even compared to other MMOs. Yeah, a big part of that is like the big flashy animations. Like, Amalgam's kit. Like, when they do their elite skill with, like, the liquid metal all over the place.
Interrupting Ransiki M.
Ransiki M. Thank you, Ethan. The bot couldn't read that out loud. You go from 15% to 80 in a second. So does everyone when they use their heal skill. But I will say, I am using Apothecary gear on a third of my gear to get some healing power, so I had to gear for that. I sacrificed damage for that. Wow. Talking about going from almost dead to full health plus bear, this guy just went from 18% health to 120. I am pleasantly surprised I was able to lock him down. I often struggle with Spectres. Honestly, any thief using a Scepter is very scary to me. The Scepter is such a good weapon. It's like good damage at range with like instant travel time, and it's a beam, so you can't use projectile blocks on it. I struggle against that. Can I send you a DM with a World v. World build because I don't understand why the use of 2 longbows? Do you mean my arrow cart build? My arrow cart build uses 2 longbows. I can tell you what it probably is. If you've got 2 longbows and you're running the trait Quick Draw, when you weapon swap, the first button you press has a very, very reduced cooldown time. So if you have 2 longbows, every single time weapon swap comes up, you can hit weapon swap barrage. Weapon swap barrage. Weapon swap barrage. And it basically allows you to barrage a bunch of people at long range, like every 10 seconds. It's a guild gen build. Well, I mean, I would look to see if it has quick draw. If it's a guild gen build, there should be a guide there that explains it. But that sounds like my arrow cart build that I made so long ago. Like, hang on. So that right there is the arrow cart build that I came up with, like, many years ago. That's the video on it. And I was actually using that earlier today. Like, anytime I'm on a wall and there's a horde of people outside, I swap to that build and just start hitting them with many, many arrows. That guy was lagging. Why no WeHype? I ran the WeHype campaign once, and I was never able to get it to work again after. And I spent too much time fiddling with it, so... Just found out about it, so I'm farming out the GW2 streamers for it shamelessly. Yo, absolutely nothing wrong with that, but I'm afraid mine is not working at the moment. But I respect the hustle. Curious to see what they're going to do with the new World v World mount. Oh, it's a Mechanist. That's my scared voice. Chad, I love mech. When End of Dragons came out, I mained mech for a year. It is a very fun support. But by God, it is a free kill in PvP. What? How did it cap that quickly? What? I'm so confused. Like, yes, he chickened me, and he knocked me away from the point. I went back in, and it was already capped. How the... did it cap that fast? You capped it to 95%, capping transfers it to everyone. So, wait, hold on. So if a blue player... this actually sounds like something I don't know. So if a blue player caps a green point to 95%, and then a red player runs in, the red player can get it in one tick? I legitimately did not know that. That is really stupid. New guide incoming? No, that's just a new complaint incoming. That's actually really... I can't think of a single other game I've played with capturing node mechanics that does that. I'm just gonna waypoint to get away from this blob chasing me. I think it's because they can't have a capture point system go 3 ways. Well, then they should. Like, freaking hire a programmer. Like, what do you mean? It's a 3-way battleground. It absolutely should do that. Now, that is, I mean, it doesn't come up often, but that's pretty crazy. I think it makes sense. I don't. Like, I think if, like, if it's a blue node and it's 95% green and a red guy runs up, he should have to decap the green and then start capping red. I think it's to prevent the point of being reset constantly. No, the 5-minute invulnerability window is to prevent it being flipped constantly. I feel like what I said is just common sense. But again, in all the time I've played this game, I've never come across this before, so it clearly doesn't happen often. So it's not a huge deal, but it's just like, are you serious right now? It works like that for the ruins. To be fair, I hardly ever see anybody contesting the ruins. This isn't gonna work. They're watching me. Because that would mean that what that guy did, there's no counterplay. Because, like, I had it almost capped, right? He mowed me. Moa has no counter in the game. You cannot stun break Moa. And then while I was mowed and I could not hit stun break, he hit me with a knockback and knocked me out of the point and took it. And if that's how point captures work, that means that that thing that he did, while clever, there's no counterplay to it. And a game should not have a mechanic that has no counterplay. There should not be any mechanic that has 0 counters. Don't stand at the edge. I had just finished killing the Mechanist at the edge. But even still, like, did you see Stability's counter? Does Stability block Moa? And also, he did it out of stealth. I mean, how was I to know that he was going to do that? Counterplay would be pre-stab. Pre-stab the stealth ambush. Okay, got it. In ESO, there's 3 teams. Capture the flag, and you have to reset it down and then build it back up to cap. Thank you. Remove stealth. Nah, there's a lot of people that enjoy playing the sneaky people. So I think any fantasy game is going to have a rogue, a thief, a spy, a scoundrel, a saboteur, whatever you want to call it. The guy that goes invisible and robs a 7-Eleven. I think every fantasy game is going to have that. Constant knockdowns. Why does Guild Wars 2 have so much chain stun? In Guild Wars 2, so some stuff that Guild Wars 2 has that something like WoW doesn't have is the stability buff. and which blocks a CC and stun breaks. Which, like, in WoW, when I played it, you know, you had the PvP trinket that was basically 1 stun break, but in this game you could run 3. And they thought that that was an okay enough reason to give classes like 1,000,000 CCs, but honestly, I feel like it really needs diminishing returns. And for those who have, or who are not familiar with that, diminishing returns is like if you get hit with a stun, the next stun is half the duration, then the next stun is half of that duration, and then you're immune to stun for a time so that you can play the game. Like, the video I did where I talked about my wish list for Guild Wars 3, diminishing returns in PvP was on the wish list. The same guy. He was coming over to do that thing again. No, honestly, it's a clever trick, but I feel like the game should not behave in a way that promotes that. I've never seen anybody do that before, so respect to trying something new. PvP is weird because at a high level nobody dies and at low level everyone's one shot because of all the active defense. Yeah, just the fact that we have a dodge with iframes is, I would say, not common for MMOs. There are some that have it, but not many of the other ones I played did. I hope they keep dodge in Guild Wars 3. I'm okay with them keeping dodge. I don't mind that. We're playing chicken, chat. Aww. Oh, shoot. Just did 2 big moves and they both got interrupted. Whoa, why did my movement skill go? Holy crap. You guys saw the reticle? Like, multiple times it didn't go off. Oh my god, the aimbot ability. Oh, man. Yeah, I needed something to line a sight around. Needed like a tree or something. Muck, you say on your YouTube guide for Silent Surf and CM that the player attacks cannot be dodged. I dodge them every day with Crushing Courage and Black Powder Charge. What's up with that? It's probably changed since that guide came out. Did you check the date on it? I will say, Silent Surf CM, when I made that guide, it was like a few days after it came out. Because, you know, as a content creator, I try to get stuff out quick because I got to beat the other content creators. So that was probably the version of Silent Surf that existed at launch. And I would assume that they changed something. Did you use the super lead skill that gives you 5 seconds of input lag? Nah, I live in NA and I'm connected to EU, and normally I don't have lag, but there are rare moments. But you could see it because like I was clicking this, and that reticle kept appearing, but it wouldn't move me, and it took me like 3 tries to go. I think I would have died either way there, because there was just so many people that jumped me there at the end, but, like, that did happen. Do you have a Keela CM guide? I don't know. I did Keela on normal mode one time and made a guide, and then I never went back. I've legit killed that crab once. Like, the fights that I really don't enjoy, I do them once, I make a guide, and then I don't go back ever again. At this point, I'd have to watch my own guide, because I don't remember it. Mark, we're reading Neo 3's first DLC tomorrow. Are you planning to play it? Oh man, Neo was a really tough game, and I cleared it, but oh man, going back into Neo while being rusty does not sound good. So I don't know, I would say not immediately. It's not something in my immediate plans. Alright, rooted him. This guy should be an easy kill for these two now. We want to see you suffer. Mm-hmm. What does this guy say? Is this the same red guy? Yeah, it is. I think that guy's stream sniping. He has shown up and hit me with, attempted to hit me with Moa or hit me with Moa in 3 completely different sections of the map at this point. I think he's trolling a bit. Oh man, that Dragon Hunter is so fragile. He would be an easy kill if not for these other things. Okay, that did no damage. The Hollow's decent, the other two are not, but fighting the Hollow plus one of the others is too much CC coming my way, and I can't deal with it. Let's see, chat, would you play as an ogre in Guild Wars 3 as it has been revealed they are the 4th playable race? I don't think they've revealed that. I thought the 4th race was going to be horse. Most Age of Fragile. There is actually one Dragon Hunter build that I've only seen one person play that actually kind of kicked my booty a few times. And I can tell you how it's played, but I don't know the build. It's like, they get the chain attached to you, and it does like, over the course of its duration, it'll do like 30,000 burning damage. And it will absolutely kill you from full health if you're not constantly spamming cleansing, because it's applying the burns over and over and over and over and over. That's it. They're not doing longbow. They're not doing traps. They're just trying to get that chain on you and ruin your day. Oh my god, he got the res off. Alright, that is a very fragile Vindicator. But yeah, the default Dragon Hunter that's usually like traps and a bow, I find it pretty easy to deal with. Like, there's times they kill me, right? Usually it's like if I get caught in Dragon's Maw and I don't have a stability or something, I'm dead. But otherwise, it's like if they just drop down a trap in the middle of combat and you just instantly hit dodge, then you leave the trap before it even springs. And then just, you know, when he does like the barrage-looking skill where the arrows rain down, you dodge before it makes the gates around you. And then they're kind of a sitting duck. Oh my gosh, Dolyak on Dolyak violence. That's rare. Daily stream 3007. I was watching your Path of Fire streams years ago. Time flies. Yo, what's up? Yep, indeed it does. Probably dead here. They interrupted my movement skill. Another player showed up. Is there 4 of them now? Oh, man. Oh, I revealed on me. I almost got... Oh, nice. The other guy finished him off. All right, so it's like 2 of us versus 5 of them. Oh, he got the kill? He got the stomp, too. I just got credit for another kill, so the teammate must have killed the other guy. Apologies to this Vindicator, but she's the easiest to kill Vindicator I have seen in weeks, so I am going to target her first. Alright, her babysitter is back. He's got resistance. He's immune to getting rooted. Oh, that was pretty fun. That was like me and some random teammate versus like 5 of them, and we killed like 3 or 4 of them. It was fun while it lasted. When you come to World v World after work just to play chill as Vindicator and then you meet Muk. Yo, the Vindicator and the Hollow chased me multiple times. They knew what they were getting into. The Hollow is tougher than the Vindicator, but they don't die quickly, so it was not like I could just take them out first. Why did you think that one guy was stream sniping? I ran into him here, and then here, and then here, and he's a red player. He might not have been. I do not have irrefutable proof that he was, but that's just really, really freaking coincidental to run into him in those 3 very different parts on the map. One after another after another. It was just very sus. Oh, did you play Mortal Shell? I played the Mortal Shell 2 demo some time ago on the stream, and it was fun, and I would be happy to play Mortal Shell 2 soon TM. But not gonna be, maybe after we finished Shape Hero Factory in the morning streams, because currently the evening game outside of Guild Wars 2 is Witcher 3, and that's gonna take a while. What's Mortal Shell 2? It's basically a Souls-like. It's a Dark Souls-esque game in a nutshell. But it's like, the idea is that you are a entity that can inhabit bodies of like slain heroes. So if you find, I say heroes, some of them aren't heroes at all, but so the mortal shell is the thing you're wearing. So like when you swap builds, you might be swapping to a different character. It's kind of like Revenant, because you know a Revenant themselves doesn't have any skills at all. They suck, but they steal from the spirits of dead things and then use their skills. The Mortal Shell is kind of like that. So you'll have like your armory is actually like a bunch of coffins with people in them, and then you just use the one that you want to use for the job at hand. Talking about Souls-like, have you played Another Crab's Treasure? Oh, Crab Souls? Yeah, I have. I have. It's on Mukluk Plays. It was very fun. I beat it. And at the end, just to see it, we turned on baby mode, which gives the crab a gun. And after beating the last boss in the intended way, I then restarted and beat the last boss with a gun by shooting it in the face. It was very funny. You want to play Gwent? I played a lot of Gwent, man. Gwent is fun. He gets a gun. Yeah, it's not even a crab-sized gun. It's like, here's the crab, and then here's the gun. It's like a people-sized gun, and the crab is wielding it. And if you activate like baby mode, when you get to the bosses, you could just shoot the gun. Do you use corpses in Warframe basically like in Mortal Shell? Yeah, kind of. They're less gooey though. Alright. The idea that every single one of those people didn't see me would be a bit naive. And here comes one that saw me. 1 minute on this camp. I think the best feature is Triss. Triss is nice. As I'm playing through Witcher 3, there's a lot that I forgot from the last time I played it, which was 9 years ago. And so I'm getting to experience many of the quests kind of like it's the first time again, because it's been so long. However, I do very clearly remember I don't like Yennefer. She treats Geralt like a dog. Like, Geralt shows up, and he's like, Yen, oh my god, I've been looking for you for months. Are you okay? And she's like, oh, that's nice, darling. I need you to go get me a Cyclops eye, 3 frogs, and ogre balls. Tut, cheerio, let me know when you're back. And I'm just like, it's like that every time. So, any opportunity to hate on Yen, I'm on board. Triss is fine. Triss actually treats you like you're a human being most of the time. But I think all of the magic women in that show, the witches, they are all pretty manipulative. But Yennefer is just like extra. I softened it up for you guys. Want to let them know that I was clear in that camp. I prefer Kira. Kira's okay. She absolutely used us in the last session too. She's better than the books. I admit, I have not read the Witcher books. I saw season 1 of the show, and I have played Witcher 1, 2, and 3 games. And just based on my knowledge from that, I'll say I hate Yen. Triss is fine. Mike, do you think running Berserker gear on a Willbender Guardian is a good idea? In PvE? Sure. In PvP or World v World? If it's a 1v1, and you are good with your active defenses, you could win a lot of fights. Not all of them. Hey guys, hey Barry. Witcher still 2 is stories a bit playable? Yeah, it is. Like usually what I tell people, because I've played Witcher 1, 2, and 3. Witcher 1, to me... okay, when Witcher 3 came out, I bought a pack on Steam that had all 3 games, and I wanted to play them in order. This is before I was a streamer. Witcher 1 felt like a slog. It was an old game with annoying features, and it was very unintuitive. And I specifically remember one part of the game I got stuck on. I could not figure out what I was supposed to do, and so I finally Googled. And what I needed was a key in a dumpster 3 towns back. And I was like, how the hell was I supposed to know that I needed to dig through the trash 3 towns ago to get the key for this spot I'm stuck at? And I finished the game, but it was just like, some of it was just really stupid. Witcher 2 was great. Witcher 2 honestly plays just like Witcher 3, but it's a smaller game. And then Witcher 3 was like, they took Witcher 2, they refined it a bit, and it's massive open world. I think that's the Willbender I killed at the bottom left earlier. There's Dredge there. Dredge will stunlock me. What are they? Those are hostiles also. Pretend like I'm leaving. It always felt clunky to me, the combat in Witcher. Witcher 3, I've had some people in chat complain about the combat. I honestly don't mind it. It's just there's one thing that you kind of have to get through your head, and it's that, like, anytime you hit attack with the sword, he will move. It's like, Imagine like in Guild Wars 2 a charging attack where you like run a short distance and then slash. Just imagine every swing with your sword he's going to do some kind of crazy parkour with the slash at the end of it. But like swapping back and forth between like sword and also what is it called? Signs, the hand signs that shoot different things. I find it very fun. I really enjoy it. Yeah, it is not like playing a warrior in Guild Wars 2 or anything like that. Reaper? You hate warrior? No, I didn't say I hate warrior. I was just trying to explain how the combat feels in The Witcher. I mean, I do hate warrior, but that's not why. Why you hate me, Buck? No, I don't hate you specifically. I didn't say I hate warrior players. I said I hate warriors. I find it boring. It's like in a fantasy world, I don't want to play a human. I know what a human is like. I'm a human right now. Likewise, I don't want to play a warrior. That's just a guy that goes to the gym. I find it to be the most boring option. It's like playing a human fighter in D&D. I don't know, if I'm in a fantasy world, I want to have like, I want to have some magic. Something. Warrior's Mage Casting Fist. Mage Casting Fist. Oh, Mirage. Shoot, where did he go? There he is. There's too much other stuff on me. Come over here. There's too much crap over there. Got him. Someone else is coming. Vindicator. She does not want to fight. For me, going to the gym is peak high fantasy. I mean, to be fair, I don't go to the gym IRL. I am Twig. So yeah, I can get that. But yeah, I just like, for me personally, in fantasy games, there's usually like a... What the heck? Is this the same guy? It's the same dude. Yeah. It's the stream snipe guy. So he just showed up, he just polymorphed me underwater, and he ran away. I mean, I only got like 2 minutes left of the stream, but yeah, that's kind of annoying. That time it was kind of funny, but overall it's annoying because that's the 4th time it's happened. Let's see. Oh, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So in fantasy games where you've got, like, you know, warrior, rogue, necromancer, mage, sorcerer, bard, I feel like the thing that's like a warrior and the thing that's like a rogue, like, completely bore me. Because it's just like, it's some guy. And it's either some guy that punches you or it's some guy that stabs you and steals your wallet. And it's like, I've met those people behind like 7-Eleven. So just those niches, those roles in fantasy bore me. Can't you shoot a bow in real life? I can't summon roots from the ground to entangle my foes in real life. I can't, you know, call down the power of the stars to blast my enemy's eyes. Like, yes, you could shoot a bow in real life, but that's not what I'm playing. That's not the whole class. Have you befriended doggo pets? I have a cat, but he doesn't listen. He's closer to my boss than anything else. Does Chip attack when commanded? If I command him to bite me and I get in his face, he attacks me, so kind of? Who was that? Stinger! Thank you for the Prime, Stinger. Appreciate you. He used to tangle roots on my Ford F-150 officer. Can't walk beside a land shark in real life either. Nope, can't. You don't have enough gym badges to command the cat? No. No. I don't have a problem with warrior players or rogue players. It's just you're never gonna see me main something like that for very long because I just get bored too fast. Is your inventory IRL as messy as the one in game? You mean where it's like cluttered somewhat, but then there's also like clean spaces? It's not that bad. I do have one pile of stuff in this office that's like cool swag that was sent to me by different companies, like the Warhammer Gauntlet and the case from Homeworld and the Black Myth Wukong merch. Like, I have a pile of that stuff, and I'm like not sure where to put it all. I need like a display case or something. So that's the messiest part of my room right now. You like half Asmongold? No, I don't keep dirty dishes in my office. The Asmongold office thing, didn't he have like 40 Wendy's cups on his desk or something? How long is that? Let me pull up a picture. Jesus, what is that message? Okay, I googled Asmongold's office, and this image came up. No, I'm nowhere near that. I got a water cup on my desk. That is, like, those aren't even, like, those are disposable cups. So you just need, like, a trash bag there and just sweep all that off the desk. No. Maybe I'm doing it wrong, Chad. He's a millionaire. Like, I need more cups on my desk. There's something to be learned there. No, not that bad. Not that bad. His current girlfriend forced him to clean now. Oh, I didn't know he was seeing anybody. All right, chat, with that, I am out of time. Thank you guys so much for hanging with me this morning. I hope you had fun. A few plugs on the way out. If you're new to my channel, my name is Muck. I stream every evening and every weekday morning. I'll be back in about 5 hours for the evening Guild Wars 2 stream, along with a giveaway if you wish to join me. Hit the follow button if you're on Twitch. Subscribe to these two YouTube channels if you haven't already. And a very special thank you to the patrons. They keep this channel alive. I could not do what I do without their help. And there's a link to that in the chat if you want to be a supporter and earn some perks. With that, I am going to find someone to raid just to support the Guild Wars 2 section of Twitch. Who is live right now? Let me see. Do I know anyone live right now? I might have to try someone new, chat. I might have to try someone new. Okay, let me see. Guild Wars 2 casual PvP stream, different game after. Watch to find out. All welcome. Come hang out. Watch and chat. Be respectful. Sure. All right, I don't know this person, chat. I'm going to welcome them to the Guild Wars community and hope they're nice. I will see you guys over there. You guys have an excellent rest of your day. Stay safe, and I will be back later tonight. See ya. Look, I'm scared. Buckle up, Charmon. Oh, that's hot.
This whole thing. A little too late to regroup now. Ah, thanks, Mukluk. I follow you.
Fury is mine.